All right. I gotta remember with Twitter, and my friend also reminded me last stream that like the people on Twitter, like they're just locked in the room all day. They have like no grasp on reality. Especially when actually talking to my psych teacher too, because I feel like how he feels about like the election, like politics, is how most people do. And like I have to like remember that. Yeah, the people on Twitter probably aren't the best you know, gauge, right, for how people actually feel. So yeah, I gotta remember that. I guess I can expand on that because the one thing that stuck out to me is like they said that like they probably lean more conservative. They don't understand how like vaccines became political, which is fair. And then also they said like adding on to like when they said they were conservative, but they said like I believe in universal healthcare because like, you know, that sounds great for everybody to have like more affordable healthcare. And then even brought up like people be like, oh, you're not Republican. And he's like like what are you talking about? Like I'm using my brain. It's called thinking. I'm using my brain. Yeah, I think that's how most people feel. It's also why, again, universal healthcare is very popular. You know, it's really that simple. And it's crazy how if people actually like called for it, like, boy, would we be so much better off. Or I feel like if they do, like, they never like say like that's a good thing that they did, right? In the ads. Yeah, you know, like Sherrod Brown and I think like Colin Allred. Well, I don't know about his stuff, but he went to the anti-trans stuff, which is great. When I'm pretty sure I saw that people were like, oh, he demolished Ted Cruz. Like that was all I was seeing. And I feel like when you're seeing that on Twitter of all places, like it was just only that, like I think, yeah, he actually did get demolished. It's just a shame you did a freaking anti-trans ad like a day or two before that. Ow. I think I talked about that yesterday, but also that was heartburn. That's what I said. Ow. Yeah, I've had really weird like heartburn like several times. I feel like I've almost had it. It's great when you don't have the medicine that can deal with it easily. You know, that's great. Because you know that'd be too nice, but it's not profitable enough. I wish I knew what the medicine was so I could like look into it, see if it's actually like out of stock or not. Because I highly doubt it is. I'm sure it was just like it was actually too effective and they weren't getting enough money off of it, so they just stopped distributing it. Because that thing worked real well. It worked super well. Like I only needed to take it like once every like 3 months or something like that, you know, like every other month maybe. Like, but yeah, that was it. And like even when I started feeling like a slight hint of it, like bam, just take that medicine, I'm good. Now I don't have to worry about it for like a couple months. But yeah, since I don't have that, like it comes back like every few weeks. I mean, it's not an insane amount, but yeah, it is like every few weeks, and it's annoying. Yeah, the 538 thing just updated and made it look a lot more favorable for Kamala than it has before, so that's good for her. And yeah, I did see on Twitter that I think it was like double the amount of people who voted early in Georgia compared to the last election. So that's also seems promising for Kamala, but it also seems like what she doesn't want is like a high voter turnout specifically on election day. Because it seems like the people who don't care as much like are actually leaning more towards Trump than Kamala. So I think what Kamala actually wants is a low voter turnout on election day. Is what she wants. Because I assume most people are doing early voting. I think they are more Kamala, but I think they're the people already like they're the MAGA or like they're already gonna vote for Harris, you know. Like they were either for Trump or against Trump, right? Like there was those people. So yeah, I think that's still more Kamala though that's gonna show up more. Yeah, I think on election day, like I feel like that's also what Kamala actually should keep going then, like try and stay more like harsh like or solid policy statements, because I think that's why they're with Trump more, because like he doesn't have anything really either, but he does have mass deportations, which is at least like something compared to Kamala, I think. Just like looking at interviews, right? That's what it seems like. So I think that's probably wise, because Trump at least has more of a plan out there, if I were to guess. But yeah, that still seems a little scary. Like, it's still obviously not over yet, and they're already plotting to take back power even if Kamala wins, so like that's another thing. And I said it, I think like a month ago, a couple weeks ago, something like that, but it ain't over. Like, election day, even if Kamala wins, it's not over. January 6th is probably the last hurrah. I don't know, maybe they would try to overthrow the entire, like, throughout Kamala's presidency. I think, honestly, that would only help Kamala. I guess it depends on how she handles it. Like, if she comes out as, like, a strong leader, I think that will help her. But, like, if she just is kind of, like, capitulated as, like, Biden has with Israel, right? Or, like, doesn't really seem that strong, then, yeah, it probably wouldn't help her either. Because I was saying, like, it would probably make them look more insane. And, like, obviously, if you're a Republican, like, they can't really run someone who's gonna do that, right? Or at least will outwardly say it, right? You need to have someone that is a little more conservative on that front, you know? I'd be a little more cool with it. Yeah, I think that's why, like, even like where the Republicans are now as far as like democratically being elected, I think they're like not in a great spot, which I guess was always going to happen, right? When you're on the brink of fascism. That's always going to happen. So like, yeah, this is probably their best shot, I think, after that, unless Kamala runs again and like has the same like presidency that Biden did, and there's like no improvement in like approval or anything, then I think 2028 might be their best shot if Kamala keeps going, like, is the nominee again. But yeah, I think after that they have like no shot. If there's a somewhat progressive Democrat who will say like arms embargo in Israel or like universal health care, stuff like that, right? Like, they're done. Yeah, and that's the thing too, the squad is getting older. Like, they can actually like run for president. I don't know who would out of them, like, or if they even would want to. But I didn't even realize Ilhan Omar is like in her mid-40s. Like, oh shoot. The AOC, I believe, is 35 this year. I don't know the ages of the other squad members. I don't even remember. Oh, I think because it was Omar's birthday recently. That's why. And I follow her on Twitter. So yeah, I think that was why. Yeah, I was like, dang, I didn't realize she was in her mid-40s. Yeah, they can gain some traction, and like, again, they're the ones who are actually saying progressive policy, so I think they would be the ones. And like, we just need that on a more national scale, dude. Because like, even though they're in the House, like, I still feel like it's not really covered all that much. Because like, they're only like few people, and obviously the news corps don't want to cover that stuff because then it hurts them. But I feel like if the president, right, is saying progressive stuff, then they have like no choice but to show it, right? And then that's when it starts crumbling for them. I don't think too much, because I think there's still going to be some like conservative Democrats, right? So you'd also have to vote them out. Which is why I say like primaries are very important. Because that's probably where you'll actually get like the progressives and stuff. Is at the primaries. Now, obviously, some primaries there's only one option, so you're kind of just stuck with it. But yeah, if the ones with multiple primaries are important. That was yawning, sorry. Yeah, primaries are important for if there's ones that are more than one, right? They're a big deal. And yeah, you definitely want to vote for the one that's gonna help you more. Like, also with the Senate too, sure, bro. Yeah, I think there's just been a lot of early voting throughout the entire country. It's like, I think voter turnout is going to be really good. But like, I think that's fine for Kamala as long as it's not on election day again. Because like, if those people who aren't really fully decided and don't have a lot of energy like stay home, then I think she's fine. Which I think could be possible, that at least some of them would stay home. If they still haven't made their choice, right? I think honestly, like, it would be kind of scummy, but for those people just to be like, oh, well, you're not obligated to vote. I mean, I think the best thing to do would be educate them, right? But that's another option you can do. Just be like, well, you're not obligated to vote. But yeah, I think for the long term, the best strat would definitely be to inform them about stuff and like issues. You could tell I had the idea before. I would realize, well, no, that just would make more sense if I said that. You know, just informing them, that would be the smarter idea. Yawning, man. I hate it. I was yawning a lot though, like at school. It was like the first time I really noticed I was starting yawning a lot, like out of school, or out of stream, rather off stream. It's the first time. Yeah, I was like, man, I'm yawning a lot. I guess it was because like I woke up at like, what was it, 5:40 or like 4:50, something like that. And like it was weird because it didn't really feel like I had to use the bathroom, but like I'm pretty sure I did, because after I used the bathroom, like I obviously slept for the rest of the time until I needed to wake up. So yeah, it was definitely interesting. I don't know. I will say, like, this is kind of unrelated, but like I have strength conditioning, right? And like the assignments he gives is like the biggest I don't care. And like it is something like stuff I probably should care about, but I feel like this one especially, because it's literally like what exercise, like what muscles does these exercise help, which I feel like for like the normal person you just need to know like what area of the body it helps, right? I don't think I should know the specific muscles that it helps, right? Because they also list like 5 of them with every workout. It's like great, because they said like list one primary muscle, one secondary, but they would just all be listed together. So I was like, I don't know, like what's a secondary muscle then? Or was it just name 2 muscles? Because if it's just name 2 muscles that it works on, then like, okay, I guess I'll just put 2 of them. But like secondary makes me seem like it's like something that is still helped, but like not helped as much, like it's not the main focus. But they don't really point that out with the other ones, so I don't know. Yeah, it was the biggest I don't care. And the thing that sucks too is like I'm pretty sure we're getting assessed on it, like we have to do the workout and then be like, okay, so what muscles does this help? And it's gonna suck too, because I'll know the general area probably it helps me, right? I won't know the specific muscles, you know? I mean, if I just need to name like one, then I guess as long as like I just know a muscle from each area of the body, I think I should be fine, right? I don't think it would be too bad. Yeah, it just sucks. And the thing is, like, I have to pass this class, or else I need to figure out how to get a gym credit before I graduate. Because this is my gym credit. Literally the only thing I need to do before I graduate, but they, for some reason, made one high school gym class, so that was cool. And it's, yeah, it was during the part where there also was only one class assigned to it. Or like the classes I take only have one class, and it was on the same period as the PE class, so that was awesome. I love that. It's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just hoping the election can go as smoothly as it can, you know? where like we just get a winner right there. We don't need to worry about any shenanigans. And then we just have to worry about January 6th. Or maybe even stuff leading up January 6th, who knows. But yeah, I guess we'll find out. Yeah, that's probably the biggest fear, is if it actually would be decided on them. Like, because it seems like Georgia's the main one where like they could just not submit like the result or whatever, so like they can't give it the election to her, or like just at all. I assume though if they win, like they're just gonna say like, oh, we won. Like they're obviously gonna play sides to it. If they see the writing on the wall that she might win it, then I think they're just gonna be like, nope, we're not counting, or like we're not verifying or whatever. So yeah. God, I'm yawning so much. Yeah, I do yawn a lot when I'm singing too. I don't know why. Well, it's also like only when I'm singing like while sitting. Typically, like laying back in my chair like I am doing now. It's weird. Like it seems like only when I like sit back in my chair, and it's like only at my computer like here. If I sit back in my chair like at school, I don't think it happens as much, or like at all. It's weird. I don't know what it is specifically with that. It does suck for me trying to grow an audience, right? Because like I feel like I'm just gonna be talking about politics until election day, and then once like January 6th gets closer, and like if we see like stuff happening, I'll probably be back to it as well. Like honestly, it's probably gonna be like a week or two. But like I'm gonna be doing stuff. I don't know, like, because I feel like if Trump wins, then like also like I don't know if I feel motivated enough to like do stuff while streaming. You know, I think a big reason why I just talk a lot, well, is because I'm used to it now. But I think what started really is just because I wasn't motivated to do anything else. So yeah, that would be a problem. It'd just be how I was the last week of June. I was doing that driver's ed the whole time, probably. Yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen. I mean, again, it shouldn't be as close as it is, like, and I think this projection, like, I think she's gonna do fine. Because again, I don't think Trump's gonna outperform polls. He did the last 2 years, but I think there's just too much other factors, like, going on in favor of the Democrats. I don't see him overperforming on polls this election. I'm yawning again. I mean, with 2020 though, it made sense because like COVID threw a wrench into it, and so it made it harder. Also, really seemed like Dan Osborne might win the Senate. I feel like also it's getting increasingly more clear to me that even like the Senate projection, I feel like on Polymarket is like, you know, biased. I mean, like obviously the president one is, and it's hilarious just looking at it, but like, I feel like the Senate one for like a decent chunk of time was like, all right, like it was not bad. But yeah, now just looking at freaking the Senate one, I don't think so. They haven't even put Nebraska as like lean territory, which is crazy. Because Osborne's like he's led in the last like 3 or 4 polls or something like that. The only one Fisher's led in is the one that she sponsored. I guess Osborne sponsored all of his, but like he's also definitely the underdog and probably has a lot less resources, so I feel like that's different. That would be a big deal though, because I feel like people are always like talking about like bringing up Ohio and like how Montana's gonna flip, how they're gonna keep Florida and Texas, right? But like Nebraska flipping is not great for them. You know, because he definitely will caucus with Democrats more, just like because I saw his platform right? And then if Sherrod Brown keeps his seat, and it's a tie, and if Kamala wins, you got Walz in the Senate as like a tiebreaker. One of the most bipartisan people when he was in the House, so yeah, I don't know about that, you know. And who knows, maybe like Tester just like shocks everyone, and like, or like Allred and Debbie just shock everyone and just like win. Yeah, I don't know. It's a thought. For sure, it's certainly a thought. If Bernie Moreno wins, I'm probably gonna smash my fist into a brick wall. Yeah, I just see people on Twitter just being like, "Oh, Kamala did so bad." Was this on tweet about it? Because I know he like said he was watching that. He didn't tweet like daring it. Like, he still hasn't. I'll probably see a YouTube video with how he felt about it, like with just off the title. You know, and then I'll know. I'll just see if we upload right now, you know what, honestly. No, he didn't. Okay. Not yet. I mean, I think it's like, it might have barely just been over or something like that, right? Like, so, yeah, I don't think it was fair for me to look at that. I think he does upload like pretty late though. Like, he can do it like 1 in the morning. So, yeah. I did see Ellie stream earlier, and she had like 4 million, or not 4 million, 4,000. Jesus, 4 million. Good lord, 4,000. Like viewers, and I was like, dang, that's crazy. Because I think when I first saw Ellie, I mean, obviously I saw Ellie through the clip of her being rated by Vettel. But I think when I was usually seeing it, she had like 400. So like her having 4,000 is like insane. I think because she's also doing kind of like a subathon type thing as well. Kind of. Because it's a higher athon, but I haven't been around to like really get the context of it. Yeah. That was crazy. I mean, she did say something about like Neurodog, so maybe it was like planned stream that Vettel and Ellie did, but like that would make sense because I don't think I saw Vettel stream. Yeah, that was crazy. Just like looking at it, like dang. I don't know how much Server's doing, but I assume Server's probably around the amount she had at her during her subathon, right? I think she almost had like 1,000 typically. She had like 800, I think she was around that range. I think it was like 400, 800, right? I remember. Which is like a very healthy size, you know, like you'll be fine with that, especially being a VTuber. And like as wholesome as Ellie is, like that's just gonna bring wholesome people in, right? That just want to support. So yeah, she'll be fine with that audience size. I feel like honestly, even like with like 100, you probably could still make a living. Again, it just would depend on who, like, out of those 100, you know, how many of them would like donate and support you. Right, it all depends on that. I just wish I had like one dedicated viewer. I have had people come back, right, like a few times, but I haven't had like dedicated viewers. I think if I were to get more viewers, actually, they would come back is the thing, which kind of sucks. So, yeah, I think I've had like 2 or 3 people watch me again, maybe 4. Like they've come back, like I think it was off to like months or like years apart, but like yeah, they would come back. Yeah, I think they would actually like eventually watch if I had an audience. Like I get it, right? Like it's kind of daunting to like have a one-on-one with the streamer. Well, and also I'm in just chatting, so like people don't see me. But like people probably wouldn't want to go there because like, yeah, it's daunting. I understand. And I feel like it's probably especially daunting for me because like I actively engage in like when I have conversation. Well, I don't know if that would make it less daunting or more daunting. I feel like it depends on the person. I feel like it would be both, right? It just depends on what like the person, right? On if that'd be more daunting or less daunting. I feel like though the people would be more daunting for is the people who just kind of want to like hang out, right? And like not, or just like kind of watch the stream. I think the people who would be less daunting is like, yeah, that people would want to like talk and like engage with me, right? That's the thing too, like I don't think I need that many people in chat. I just need like those like couple people that would just be willing to like engage with me in like most conversations, right? And I think like honestly the rest could be like lurkers, and like that's fine, you know. Like I think I could just grow an audience off of that, like pretty much only having that chat like 3 people, because like I like engage with a lot of people. My Sunday stream went for like 2.5 hours, and I don't even think that was the longest time I talked straight, right? I think there's been times I talked 3 hours straight on my own without bouncing off to anybody, right? So imagine if I had some people to bounce off of, you know, and like talk about stuff with. I had that with my friend yesterday, right? A little bit. I think I just kind of stopped talking because I know their interest, right? And I know mine, and like we were very clearly on the whole political stuff, like they kept going for it. So that's why like it was a mixture of me waiting for what they were gonna say and like also trying to figure out stuff to say, right? And I was also just like, well, you know, this isn't like, because I wanted to bring up like Hololive stuff probably, right? Like that was probably what was also on my brain, but I know they don't watch Hololive, so it's just like, well, yeah, that's why like I think I could go the 2.5 hours, right, or 3 hours, right? And that was why it was a lot better than the podcast, because with the podcast, like I still have to keep in mind everybody else's passions, right? And like we were passionate about, because when I made the podcast, it was before I was really into politics. I think my friend was just really starting to get into it. So like now I think we could do a pretty decent political one. Like we literally did that yesterday, just about politics. But like, yeah, back then, like I don't think we had a whole lot in common to really talk about all that much. So that's why it was like real rough, and like there was so many like long pauses of like not saying anything, which is because like we couldn't really vibe well with their interests, you know, like there wasn't a whole lot there. I think there were a few times like we still had like good conversations, but yeah, I think that the reason why it's so much easier for me by myself to talk for like 2.5 hours straight, right, is because like I could it's just me basically like shouting into the void, right? So like I can talk about whatever's on my mind, right? Obviously as long as it's not against 2S, but pretty much anything gets my mind. I don't think I would do that, but I guess I'll just put that out there just in case. Say anything like against US, but yeah, because I think to say something against US, you basically have to be a right winger. Like, I'm saying like fascist, not like conservative, like normal Republican, you know? Like I'm saying fascist. Don't worry. But yeah, I think, what was it before? I was saying like, oh yeah, I could just say whatever I want, right? And like it's my passion, right? So I can just talk about it and just yap about it for that long. And so I think that's why it's different for this, like in this case, and like this time of talking. Because even like here now, like I can have this conversation. It's basically voicing my thoughts, right? Like essentially me by myself is just saying my thoughts out loud, I guess, really. And I think that's why, like, and going back to like the Ame stuff when it first happened, like this is kind of like therapeutic for me, because then it makes it so like I don't really have stuff on my mind that often, right? Or like there'll be like a next thing on my mind, but then I can just unload that in the next stream, and then we're good. I don't have to worry about it all that much. But yeah, I'm realizing that I didn't really do anything with like experimentation. which is not great. Like I should probably try like Cookie Clicker again to see. But like, yeah, I should have. That's on me. It's just I don't know what to do because like I've had ideas of like showing my friend like Hololive clips or like even like music, but that one probably would have to be recorded, right? Like to show the music. But yeah, I was thinking of making one I show them Hololive clips. It's just I don't know if they'd be willing to do that. I'm sure they would. Right, I just don't know when we would do it. Right? Or how long that would be. It could be like similar to what like Nags did with Nags Discovers. Actually, I think at the beginning of Nags Discovers, because I think that is the VTubing channel, where he had someone just show him clips of a certain VTuber, right? And I think it was, yeah, for about an hour. I think he stopped doing it in like 2022, somewhere around then. But yeah, so like maybe I could do something like that and like do a deep dive for each individual VTuber. It's just, I don't know if they care enough, because I think the difference with Nags, right, is that he cared a lot, like he was actually interested. I don't know if my friend would care enough for me to do like consistently do streams like that, right? Where like I do like each individual VTuber. The other thing is too is like the only ones I really know in depth is like EN, and I feel like even then with some VN, like I don't know them well enough to be like, oh yeah, this clip's really good and like really shows the personality, right? Like I don't know. It's like I feel Myth I don't really know a lot about, because I think once I start watching, they like have started streaming a little bit less. Maybe not Callie, but I think like pretty much all the rest of them like started streaming less. I guess Ina too. It's just right. Ina's not been doing anything for how long has it been? Did she said for the next like week, right? That she wouldn't be posting anything. Yeah, she said see you guys sometime next week. Yeah, it's really interesting. That is also interesting too, the logistical issues that affect your streaming. That was just after the off club with Bay too. It's very interesting with that whole thing, right? But it has been a week out from now, but they said sometime next week, so it wasn't a set week later, right? Yeah, I think I just forgot about Ina because she's had like no activity for the past week. Whoops. He is literally my favorite too, so that's not a great look. Whoopsies. Yeah, I think with Myth, I just haven't seen a whole lot of them. Like, honestly, when Ame left, like, that was really when I got to see the most of Ame, right? And I think a lot of people, too, like, especially newer fans, it was really when they got to see Ame. Because I think I said before, and, like, during when she announced it, but, like, I think when I started watching, Ame was streaming a lot less. So there wasn't really a whole lot of clips with her. So, yeah, it was also, like, I just didn't really see much of her. Also, I thought the EN song would have come out by now. That she announced, like, Callie announced alongside 7 Days to Die. Like, I thought that would come out, like, a few days after she made the announcement, but yeah, it's still not out. I guess, like, well, Ame's in it, so, like, I feel like it's probably mostly done, right? I'm sure, actually, they're probably making a video for it. That's probably why. They're probably making, like, an animated video for the song. That's probably why it's not come out yet. I feel like that'd make the most sense. See, I fully expected it to drop like a few days afterwards, and it didn't. It's like, oh, all right then. Yeah, that's probably what they're doing, is that they're waiting on the animation or like the video for the song. Because yeah, I assume Ame recorded her part while she was still like a part of Hololive, or before she was affiliate. She's still part of Hololive, but before she was an affiliate. Yeah, having them with 19 people in it, like, that's gonna be a lot. It's very interesting, I feel like, to see how it's gonna be mixed, right? I assume it's probably gonna be similar to how Minecraft was, right? Where, like, they just kind of alternate lines. I would assume. I think it's also more fantasy inspired, right? That's what Callie said. It's like fantasy inspired the song. That's also very interesting. It's like, would it be similar to like Promise's song? I feel like it would be, right? If I were to guess. I think it would be similar to their song. Yeah, I don't know. I also didn't even talk about the Hololive Choose Your Adventure stuff. It was, again, I think I forgot in the moment, and then I remembered earlier today. Because, you know, my friend was there and talked about politics, but yeah, that happened. And it was funny because I didn't even realize Callie's path would have been like so fourth wall breaking, and like she was like, "Oh, so I hope you chose us first, right?" And it was literally the last group I chose. I was like, I was like, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was definitely interesting. I did think it was neat though. Well, it also didn't really work, or like it didn't work how I thought it would. Because it was just like, it had the main video, right, with all 16 of them, and then it like did 4 separate ones with them each in a group of 4. And then that one would break off into an ending essentially with each one of them of that group. Which is not how I thought it would end, but I did think it was neat for that last one. Whoever's ending it was, right? Like, that was their video. It was on their channel, which I thought was kind of neat. I didn't even notice it with CC, because CC was the first one I chose at the end. And yeah, I only noticed it once I saw Nurse's one. I was like, oh wait, Nurse liked these comments. Because I also looked through the comments. Which, you know, I probably should have noticed with CC's, but I didn't. I didn't. Yeah, I love Nurse liking all the comments. I think she's definitely the one who likes the most comments, because I think typically with all the other members, they would like comments that like of people who worked on the song, or like fellow Hololive members typically, or like maybe like one person in the comment, like one regular person. Yeah, Narissa just like likes all of them, you know. I think Narissa's there half of it for the fan interaction of it too. I think there's also that. I'm not on Twitter. I'm gonna just basically be saying nothing. What am I doing? I'm just not gonna say anything. Oh, you know what? I did see crowd control, because they also brought up. I was just going through Twitter because I follow Josh Jepson, and he retweeted crowd control being like, oh yeah, even if you have like a small audience, like we've seen like it still help, you know, smaller streamers. And what caught my eye was someone in the reply said like, Oh, I only had like 5 people, but like even when I just put crowd control in my tag, right? Like then that made people want to watch it. Like that gave me some ideas. I might do like a crowd control test stream or something. It's hard to test that though, because like again, I have 0 people watching. I think it's gonna have to be a popular game. Like I'm gonna have to look at crowd control games like that's compatible, right? I'm gonna have to figure that out. Crowd control? Oh no, yeah, it's a Twitch channel. Yeah, I think it's also an extension just within Twitch, right? Crowd control. If I'm correct about that, I think I am right about that. That it's an extension, like that's recommended. Is it on channel stuff? If I were to add a channel, be there. Streaming tools. Yeah, there it is. There's the website. Yeah, let me see games. Stardew, Lethal Company, Minecraft, GTA, Mario 64, Earthbound. Is there one that like I have a deep connection to? I don't think there probably would be, but there's one for Backyard Baseball. How does that work? Yeah, a lot of these I actually haven't played. Is the thing. One for Melee. Sonic R. Oh, City Skylines. There's one. Yeah, I think I should do one that, like, a game that's popular. Friday the 13th, is that on the NES? Looks like it's like the NES one or whatever. Getting over a crowd control sounds miserable. I'll be completely honest. That sounds miserable. What order is it? Oh, is this an alphabetical order? It might be. It makes sense. Well, except the top wasn't for some reason, but I think now at this point it's in alphabetical order. Actually, a lot of them. Like, I haven't played a lot of these. Yeah, I feel like when I was younger, I was like, oh man, I played so many games. But like now that like I'm my age, because like the thing is, I'm sure like amongst like my school, right? Like I'm sure I have played a lot of games, but like in general, no, I've played like barely any, dude. Played almost nothing. Yeah, and then there's all that. Do you still have to? Yeah, I think you have to still have the game. I think for the like ones that are not, like you probably can do it just fine, but right. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure President 6 was like, this is how you do it. Yeah, I guess when I click on these, you can see what they do. Where's City Skylines? There it is. Bringing 90% of money sounds miserable. I feel like though also like I'm not good enough at Cities Skylines to like still run something. I guess that wouldn't matter, but like I don't know. 'Cause I guess like the whole point of the crowd control, right, is like you're not gonna be doing much, right? You're gonna be struggling. Like, you shouldn't take it seriously. It's just a lot of these games, man. It's just like I'm like I don't want to play this. Wow, they already have card shop sim in this? Jesus. That was quick. Yeah, I think for the PC games you have to already have them. I do have Raft.
All season long, live.
On
a variety of networks with game-winning features. On YouTube TV.
So there's that.
Free. Terms apply. Cancel anytime.
I just feel like also like I have to know the game decently well in order to do it as well. I feel like Hitman could be fun for crowd control. Because Hitman's not on here, but I feel like it could be really fun. Might suggest that. Unless it wants me to include like these are, let me just do this real quick. Yeah, especially with freelancer mode, I feel like that could be really fun. Right. I have a lowercase on Twitch, I forget. Okay, no, I'm not. I'm camel case, that's right. Okay, so yeah, no, you just put the game and then like they give you your info, like, so if you want to do it, then like you can. Yeah, Hitman seems like it'd be fun, and like I feel like I know Hitman at least well enough to where like I feel like that could be fun. What other games do I have like that would play a decent amount? Death of the Canada would be fun too, I feel like. Well, I think it'd be miserable or really fun, I feel like. There's like no in between. So yeah, maybe also Death for the Canada. There's also Game Dev Tycoon. I feel like the game though is like not updated enough for them to want to put it on there, but there is probably gonna just be a Kill Agent 47 one. Yeah, that would do it, you know. Yeah, screw it. You know what? I'll give them a suggestion. Because I think it's also like it just gives more options as well for people who wanna do it. Right? As for my Discord, but I haven't been checking Discord often. I don't know if I want to do it, but I'll do it just in case. Is that my... Do I need the original actually? How does this work? Is it fine if my Discord username is what it is now? Or like, does it have to be the original? Because if it has to be the original, then that's not great. Yeah, you know what? It's optional. I think I just won't do it then. Because I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, sure. That seems interesting. There you go. Yeah, I submitted for a Hitman. So we'll see how that turns out. I mean, they did it for freaking Friday the 13th. Like, is it on... Yeah, on the NES. So, like... I think they'll do it for Hitman. Like, it seems like they probably, like, will use it as soon as, or, like, start working on it as soon as someone, like, submits it. Right? Because, I mean, it only helps them, too, right? Because it seems like they want to immediately have the person stream it, which I'm fine with, as long as it's, like, around a Sunday, right? Then I'll do it, but... Yeah, I'm sure there's some coding that goes into it, right? Probably. Okay, I'll try to Streamlabs with my Twitch account because I guess I didn't do that before. Whoops. It's authorized now though, so that's nice. Maybe they'll actually let me tweet again when I stream. Maybe that was my issue, just because of that. Actually, how does that work? Because doesn't it work with them donating bits? They can't donate bits to me. So actually, I don't think I can do crowd control when I'm not affiliate. Because I don't have bits. And I think that's what they use for coins. So yeah, I don't think that would work actually. Well, I already sent the thing, but... yeah. Huh. Yeah, so this is I'm gonna do it with oh, they can do a channel point. Do I have channel point? I don't think I even have channel points. I think that's something you get when you have like the 50 followers thing, like that first achievement. I don't even have that. Where are the achievements? Oh no, it just gives you the ability to VIP people. That's what it does. And then... yeah. Dude, look at, like... this is what I'm talking about, man. Like, I already have, like, the freaking... like, look at the... I have these, man. It's just this last one that's so hard. And I mean, I'm obviously not doing myself a favor by just burying myself and just chatting, but still, it's annoying. Because I definitely do the other two, and I've probably been doing them for the last, like, 3 years. God dang it. Well, it's like 2 years, I think. Be more accurate, but still. It sucks. Actually, honestly, it probably was 3 years, because I think I was still succeeding in it when I just had the once a week in the podcast. Because I think that's actually why I started the podcast to begin with, was so I could just get affiliate. I was only streaming once a week, and then the podcast was like every other Wednesday or something like that. So yeah, that was why I did it. Like, come on, like, I think I even have most of the requirements for partner. Yeah, I do. I also have the requirements for partner as well. Again, I just don't have the viewers. It's crazy, actually, 75 for partner. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, it's literally 3 for affiliate. I can't get it, man. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna, just before I forget, I'm actually gonna message my brother in Discord if he'd be willing to edit stuff, to try video editing. Just because, like, I just ask him. It's good. Oh god, I had it over the 0. I'm gonna preface that I would not rush you, and you can do whatever you want with them. Creatively. Alright, so we'll see if he responds to that. I don't know if he's up or not, but I at least sent the message. So we're good on that front. Yeah, I've only actually messaged my brother once, and that was almost 2 years ago at this point, when I wanted to see his stream set up. Because like I said before, he was here last stream or 2 streams ago, but my brother streamed. He used to stream. Now he doesn't for some reason. I don't know why. In his argument before, I just realized I haven't put it back to just. I'm sorry. The argument before was like the echo in his room, like it wasn't soundproofed well, but I think he moved away from that, so I think he just doesn't want to do it. I don't know. So that's also why I wanted to ask him this, so he'd do something as well. There's that. Yeah, again, I don't know. I'll have to see when he responds. It says he's not online, so it makes me think that he's not up. But yeah, I don't know. I did also tell my friend that if like off stream, if they just wanted to like hop in and just like talk, you know, on stream, they could do that. So that's another thing too. So you might see like someone pop in and be like, hey, I want to talk for a little bit, and then we'll talk, you know. And I think it will be like the podcast, but like I said before, me and them are both interested in politics now, so we'll have something in common to talk about. So that's nice. There'll probably be better conversations. Yeah, that's something I didn't really think about, like at the time of the podcast, like having more people, right? Is like you have to kind of encompass all the interests, and like I think all 3 of us have like pretty different interests, you know, or like the stuff we were mainly passionate about, which is all very different. So that's why it was kind of hard. Because like the thing is with neurodivergency is like when you are interested in something, you are very interested in it and can talk about it for a while. Again, I talked for 2.5 hours straight Sunday, so like you can do it. But yeah, I feel like also with that neurodivergency though is like when it's something you don't really care about, you know, like basically nothing about it. So there is that. Yeah, we've hit an hour, so I might get out of here. Was last stream the one where I just kept going? I don't think so, actually, because I was only 8 minutes over. I don't think it was. There was one that I just kept going over. Oh yeah, it was, I think, the 10-11 one. Or 10-6. I think it's actually both of them. I just kept going and going until I wouldn't end. It was also the Sunday one also, because I wanted to end at 2 hours, and I just kept going for the last half hour. Until I was like, alright, I gotta actually go. I've hit time. But yeah. Also, my thing is just like it's a question. So if he says no, then it's no. But it's just like maybe you can find a passion in freaking video editing. Right. I would be interested though to just see like posting them when he's done with them, like how that would do with the algorithm, right? I think if they're edited pretty well, right? Then it actually wouldn't matter all that much, but I think otherwise, it's fine. Yeah, I need to experiment more. This was not an experimentation stream, and I'm sorry for that. Because especially with like as I get closer to the election, I think I'm gonna be less and less like that. So I need to definitely experiment more. I think after the election will be like a big experimentation process, just like trying to figure out some stuff, right? I think I'm gonna commission someone to make like a stream layout for me. I don't know how much that would be though. If like, I think my mom said that she'd give us 100 to like spend on us. It's like I don't know how much 100 would give. I don't think that would be a full layout, right? I think it would probably just be like a few scenes, which is fine. Like, I don't think I really necessarily need a transition, at least right now, or like anything too crazy as far as like a background goes. Like I just need something. You know, like this is so bland. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do something with that. Just give me a good stream layout. Yeah, I should leave because I am already over. Boom, boom, boom. Let me just type this up. The other thing too is that the person who commissions it might also watch my streams. There's also that. On top of it, that's nice. Yeah, because I did also see people like, oh yeah, just put like a new model or something like that every day or something like that, and then people will come in, and it's just like, well, that's not what I really want to do. That's not authentic. Like, I want to grow like in the most authentic way possible. That's like still not like it feels like a job for me, right? But like, it's very hard to find that. That's for sure. I could try reading like Reddit stories because I feel like that also always just randomly does really well. Just reading Reddit stories, and I do talk like a lot too, so I think I could give like analysis on it that people would enjoy. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I do that. Just look at find some Reddit stories that I haven't heard of, right? And just kind of go from there. Yeah, maybe read them. Well, I feel like reading them ahead of time that kind of ruins it. But like, you need to find like good ones also. It's kind of tough. Right, there's kind of a balancing act there. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I can get my friend to like read Reddit stories and like give my input on them. Or someone to read them. Yeah, I don't know. Again, experimentation. Yeah. So I did all that. All I gotta say is all their platforms are Irewell6464. Yeah, I'll see you Friday. Yeah. Goodbye.